What's up, YouTube? It's Reggie, and this is episode 2 of Bible Study. And let's get straight into the daily scripture for today. So today we're on Numbers 22, verse 1, and we're going to read through that whole thing if you want to follow along. It says, "And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in the plains of Moab, on this side Jordan by Jericho. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. And Moab was sore afraid of the people because they were many. And Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. And Moab said unto the elders of Midian, Now shall this company lick up all that are around about us, as the ox licketh upon the ground, up the grass of the field. And Balak the son of Zippor was the king of Moabites at the time. He sent messenger therefore unto the Balaam the son of Beor of Bethor, which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, Behold, there is a people come out from Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people, for they are too mighty for me. Peradventure I shall prevail, that we may smite them, and that I may drive them out of the land. For I wot that he whom thou blessest is blessed, and he whom thou cursed is cursed. And the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed from with the rewards of divination in their hands, and they came unto Balaam, and spoke unto him the words of Balak. And he said unto them, Lodge here this night, and I will bring you word again. As the Lord shall speak unto me. And the princes of Moab abode with Balaam. And God came unto Balaam, said, What men are these with thee? And Balaam said unto God, Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, hath sent unto me, saying, Behold, there is a people come out of Egypt, which covereth the face of the earth. Come now, curse me them. Peradventure I shall be able to overcome them and drive them out. And God said unto Balaam, Thou shalt not go with them. Thou shalt not curse the people, for they are blessed. And Balaam rose up in the morning and said unto the princes of Balak, Get you into your land, for the Lord refuseth to give me leave to go with you. And the princes of Moab rose up, and they went unto Balak, and said, Balaam refuseth to come with us. And Balak sent yet again princes more and more honorable than they. And they came to Balaam and said to him, Thus said Balak the son of Zippor, Let nothing, I pray thee, hinder thee from coming unto me. For I will promote thee unto a very great honor, and I will do whatever thou sayest unto me. Come therefore, I pray thee, curse me this people. And Balaam answered and said unto the servant of Balak, If Balak would give him this house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the word of the Lord my God, to do less or more. Now therefore I pray ye, tarry ye also here this night, that I may know what the Lord will say unto me more. And God came unto Balaam at night, and said unto him, If the man come to thee, call thee, rise up and go with them. But yet the word which I shall say unto thee, that shall I do. And Balaam rose up in the morning, and saddled his ass, and went with the prince of Moab. And God's anger was kindled as he went, and the angel of the Lord stood in the way with an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, and 2 servants were with him. And the ass saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And the ass turned aside out of the way, and went into the field. And Balaam smote the ass, to turn her into the way. But the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyards, a wall being on this side, and a wall on that side. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she thrust herself onto the wall, and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. And the angel of the Lord went further, and stood in a narrow place where was no way to turn, either to turn to the right hand or to the left. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she fell under Balaam. And Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with a staff. And the Lord opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam, What have I done unto thee, that thee hast smitten me 3 times? And Balaam said to the ass, because thou hast mocked me, I would. Okay, so that's the first 2 pages of this, and then I'm going to read the study notes. It says, this passage contains the account of Balaam, a renowned pagan divination expert, and his oracles of blessing upon Israel. At the very antithesis of the great prophet Moses, this prophet saw Israel's demise at the bidding of the Moab king Balak. Instead, Balaam was used by God in a manner like Moses to pronounce future divine blessing for Israel. The setting for this story for Israel was the eastern side of the Jordan River. The leading characters, Balak and Balaam, were situated in the hills of Transjordan, overlooking the Israelite encampment from the southeast. The plains of Moab was the broad plains between the Transjordan highlands and the Jordan River, extending about 10 miles from just north of the Dead Sea. Balak is the king of the Moabs, meaning he was the head of an emerging tribal confederation like similar groups in Jordan, such as the Edomites and Ammonites. The Midianites originated in North Arabia and southern Transjordan. According to Genesis 25, 1-6, they were descendants of Abraham and his concubine Keturah. A group of Medarites elders joined Balak's emissary enlisting in the services of Balaam to curse Israel. Balaam was from the Mesopotamian town of Bethera, identified with Peru, the Siger River tributary west of the Euphrates River. The distance from Bethel to Moab would have extended 400 miles, making each trip by the emissaries of Balak 25 days each way. Balaam was to be rewarded after fulfilling his cursing of Israel. Appearing to Balaam in a dream-like manner, God began a dialogue with the pagan diviner. God's clear intent was to bless him with people as he had promised to do since the call of Abram. The attempt at pre-occurring Balaam's service by a second higher-ranking group of Emorites from Balak's was met with a cautious response. The words used in verse 18 indicate that Balaam would have become God's spokesman. Balaam should only do what God speaks. These terms are used together throughout the books of Numbers in the context of the faithful following of the Lord's commandments and the sequence of God speaking and Moses or others doing what the Lord commanded. Balaam's reference to the Lord my God represents his claim to be a spokesman for Yahweh, for Jehovah. The words echo the reality that he has indeed had an encounter with the God of Israel, through which the true God had confronted and revealed himself to the pagan diviner. But his words do not indicate he was a true worshiper of Jehovah. The words that I saw the angel of the Lord are filled with irony, especially when used 3 times in this context. This renewed seer of the gods cannot see what his lowly donkey saw. Furthermore, this donkey was a female, placing the animal in an even lower status when compared to the relative value and usefulness of male donkeys. Balaam beat her into submission, though she was ultimately more submissive to God than was the one whom God was sending to pronounce blessing upon Israel. Though some suggest that God heightened the donkey's normal brain to a certain degree that was perceived and interpreted by Balaam in a human. And then next page. Alright, so back to the initial reading. It says, there was a sword in mine hand, for now I would kill thee. And the ass said unto Balaam, am I not thine ass upon which thou hast ridden ever since I was thine unto this day? Was I ever wont to do so unto thee? And he said, nay. Then the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand, and he bowed his head and fell flat on his face. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, where hast thou smitten thy ass these 3 times? Behold, I went out to withstand thee, because thou was in preverse before me. And the ass saw me and turned away from me these 3 times. Unless she had turned from me, surely now I have slain thee and saved her alive. And Balaam said unto the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, for I knew not that thou stoodest in the way against me. Now, therefore, if it displease thee, I will get back again. And the angel of the Lord said unto Balaam, Go with these men, but only the word thou shalt speak unto thee, that thou shalt speak. So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam was come, he went out to meet him unto the city of Moab, which is in the border of Arnon, which is in the utmost coast. And Balak said unto Balaam, Did I not earnest send unto thee to call thee? Wherefore camest thou not unto me? Am I not able to indeed to promote thee to honor? And Balak said unto Balaam, Lo, I am come unto thee. Have I not any power at all to say anything? The word that God putteth in my mouth, that I shall speak. And Balak went with Balaam with Balak, and they came into Kirjath Huzuk. And Balak offered oxen and sheep and sent to Balaam and to the princes that were with him. And it came to pass on the morrow that Balak took Balaam and brought him into the highest place of Baal, that thence he might see the utmost part of the people. The natural interpretation of the text implies that God literally gave the donkey the power to speak. Balaam's repetition of the words of divine instruction, the word that God putteth in my mouth, that shall I speak, shows that what is about to happen to come from him is divine revelation. The Kirjath Huzuk, the city of plazas, as the name translates, may have been a central market for the city of Ar in Moab. Balaam's sacrificial activity began at the high place about a Celtic central for the worship of the Semitic deity Baal, the champion of creation in the mythology of Europe. So basically, my understanding from this is that Balaam is supposed to be used, like Balak wants him to be used to hurt the Israelites, and God's using him as a person that's going to actually bless the Israelites. But Balak doesn't know that, so when he's that's why he's offering him all these like higher things, because he thinks that he's going to do the bidding of Balak and actually hurt the people of the Israelites. So little does he know that God is working through Balaam, and it took a minute for him to see, as the donkey had to keep turning to get him to stop going on his own, because when he was initially going, he was going on his own accord and basically doing what he wanted to do, versus that's why he had to keep seeing, because the donkey could see God, because God was showing the donkey him. That's why the female donkey kept stopping, and that's why they in the text they call it an ass, but that's the donkey, which is a female in this case. But even beasts could see God, so the beast seeing God and comprehended like they should stop, and even to the point where the Balaam kept hitting the donkey because he was like, "Why aren't you listening to me?" Basically, essentially, and then God actually gave the the donkey, the ability to speak, so they could speak that, like, what was happening, basically, so he could open up his eyes, because obviously he wasn't seeing it. And then that's when God finally presented himself and then explained his words. Then Balaam's like, okay, well, I'll do the bidding of God. Whatever God wants me to do, I'll do. So then he went with him. Now he's on the path like, okay, I'm going to do whatever God told me to do. Which I feel like is kind of how we as a society are. I feel like we'll kind of ignore the signs that God gives us, as long as if the signs don't align with what we want to see or what we want to believe, until he literally just says, hey, it's my way, or like, you know what I'm saying? Or he keeps like punishing us until we finally lock in. Like, I don't know, a perfect example in my personal life is like, for me, with failed talking stage, it's like, dang, I keep seeing signs that these people aren't for me. And I would ignore little signs, because I'm like, well, I want it to work, you know. And then God's like, well, this isn't your person. And then you had to dead it, you know. Or I don't dead it, and then God's like, well, it's eventually going to stop working out anyway. And then it does. So that's why you also have to look at the other side, though. When he gives you signs that someone's for you or supposed to be in your life, you have to really take that and run with it, you know. So I think that's like the little relation I would do to my personal life for today. Um, I hope this reading helped you, and stay blessed, and I'll be back tomorrow with another reading.